Good morning, everyone. It's time for morning coffee, and today I've got my morning coffee mug. Yay! It finally came in. Seems it's a little small coffee mug. I mean, I guess that's your average coffee mug size. And it's what you put in it, which is the coffee. So, how's everybody doing today? I did want to make you aware of a few things that, you know, if you do want things like coffee mugs or whatever, the Spreadshirt store is going to have free shipping from the 27th through the 30th. So you might want to wait till then if you want to order something. Also, this weekend, be aware that Steam is having a free weekend with a bunch of games. Well, 10 titles. At least it's going to be Awesomenauts, Blade Symphony, Company of Heroes 2, Don't Starve, Grid 2, Injustice, Killing Floor, Payday 2, Trine 2, and XCOM Enemy Unknown. There's no purchase required to play any or all the games. You just need a Steam account. So that's pretty cool, I thought. So I don't know what I'm going to get into. I tried to see if you could pre-download them, but it didn't look like it. Maybe they will start that today or something. I will check again and report back on Friday. Well, it's supposed to start tonight, or yeah, at 10 a.m. Pacific on the 15th. No, the 16th. Not enough info. It may be now. Go check. Free games on Steam. You can go to steampowered.com to find out more info. But that's really cool. I think I definitely want to try out. I don't really know if I want to try out any of them, to be honest with you. Maybe Awesomenauts. I've played Payday. That was fun. But I have it, so I don't need the free version. And it wouldn't make sense for me to play. I've never played Don't Starve, so maybe I'll give that a try. We'll see. I'll try some stuff that I haven't tried before. That's always a good idea. Yesterday, I put out some gameplay of Unturned. I don't know if you've played that before, but it's kind of like Minecraft and DayZ put together. The zombies are bitches. They're really tough. They come up and smack you for a lot of damage. Really hard, and that's very mean of them. But give it a try. It's free. I believe someone in Canada who is like 15 or 10 or 9 or 8 or something like that made this game. So that's pretty cool in itself as well. Today we're going to be getting ready for The Shaft. I have yet to record The Shaft from home, so I'm nervous that I'm going to screw up audio or something. So we don't have a guest tonight. We do have some guests lined up. Well, not lined up, but we're talking with some guests. I think we're going to get Stampy back on and some more Xbox folks, and that'll be a lot of fun. And with that, I'm thinking about doing more podcasts during the week. Like, I would love doing like one podcast a day, and I've been playing some more Smite lately, so I thought about starting on Smite back and just doing it with me, and if any of the other hosts are around, then fine, but if not, just talk like this, right? But on Smite. And then some other games. So, like, if I can find 5 games that I like, or maybe it won't be even games. Maybe it'll be like MMO day, where I talk about MMOs, and I try new MMOs and things like that. Thinking about that. Maybe bring the Safe House back and we can talk about basically zombie shooter things. Like, that would be a thing, right? Like, almost hit each genre. I don't know. Tell me what you think about that, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. Spend an hour a day talking about different games in different genres. Last night I did play, like I said, I played more Smite. Got about 4 or 5 games in with with old Bitburner, and that was a lot of fun. And we played some Arma 3, which is kind of fun. It's really tough on Arma 3 to me that you spawn away from everything, and the only fun time is when you don't. Like when you spawn in close to someone and like action happens. Otherwise, you spend like 30 minutes or longer going and trying to find like people to shoot or to shoot back at you, and then inevitably you get blown up by a helicopter with no options. Like you don't get enough warning that there's a helicopter, and can't, like, I don't know, turn off the engine. You know, give them less radar to shoot at you or whatever. But so that's my problem with Arma 3. So I recorded probably like 3 hours of Arma 3 last night, and I don't think there's a usable second of footage because we were just chasing the game all night long, and that's so annoying when it's so, like, the mechanics besides that are so fantastic. So I don't know, watch out for Arma 3 if you're thinking about getting it. Just be warned about that. So trying not to lose my head about it. Nice segue. And speaking of losing their heads, this day in 1793, Marie Antoinette was beheaded. Headless Annie. Sucks for her. Sucks real bad. So anyway, I guess that's what happened today in 1793. Also, your Uber fact of the day: the Mexican drug cartels made a combined estimate of $29 billion in 2010, about the same as Google. And I don't know what that voice was. It just happened. It was kind of painful. We all lived through it. That's a good thing. But imagine $29 billion. You telling me the government shouldn't just legalize that, put it in state stores, tax it, and pay for our health care through everyone's drug problems? Come on! Just do it! Not to get political. I'll save that for Brent for President. That's a different show. Don't judge me, or I'll judge you. That's what happens. No judging things. Anyway, thought that was interesting. The cards are still at the studio for the contest winners. So Mr. Flutie, Edwin, and Joshua, I'm sorry. I'm planning to go down there tomorrow. I was going to go today, but then it's like with the show day, I don't think I'll be able to get down to the studio. But as soon as I do, I will get you all your winnings, and I definitely appreciate it. So, with that, let's move on to listener comments. Here we go. So, speaking of Edwin, first two are for Edwin. These are kind of long. I'm not even sure if these are, if you want me to read these, because they're almost seem personal, but I'll read a little bit of them. Anyway, Edwin says, I like the idea of streaming morning coffee. Maybe make a 1-minute YouTube video you post beforehand saying you are streaming. That would keeping it clean, kind of. Really not. Kick ass and good job. All the links in your description. Yay! I didn't forget them. Or I remembered to put them back in after people threatened to stab me with physical violence. Finally, have a great rest of the day. You too. And then Edwin goes on to say, or talking about donating to the Patreon and the MMO. So that's awesome, and thank you. I appreciate all that. And if I get the MMO stuff, I'll be talking about that on Morning Coffee, and I'll definitely be doing videos of it. So there'll be chances for people to ask even more questions about what's going on and participate, especially the people who donate to it Like I will try out stuff for them. Basically, it's almost like we're doing a group purchase of the Hero Engine. Speaking of the Hero Engine, Exilander asks, any chance you could tell us a bit about Hero Engine? For example, will it require you to do any programming of your own, or is it all sort of visual? Really curious about it. Thanks. So, when I read about it, I'll be honest with you, I was pretty drunk. It was at the Dead Workers Party, but it looked really cool. If in my eyes, it kind of looked like Neverwinter Nights, but for a 3D engine. So, where you can go from, just kind of drag and dropping and moving stuff around, you can do programming too. So, a little bit of both, depending on how much you want to invest time-wise into it. There's also, it's going to take Maya or 3ds Max to move the artwork over. So that might be an issue. I think that's like a $3,000 software. I think both of them are, something like that. But you can do like monthly for like I think $200. So that might be something where I get like a trial copy or something and make artwork, or find someone who already has those to just. But I'm not really worried about the artwork as much as the mechanics. So that'll be all good. And like I said, more questions once we get that thing on the hook and I can actually get in and play with it. And we got a listener in the chat room who says they have a copy of Maya and 3ds Max. So that's pretty cool, y'all. Edwin said the audio was fine for yesterday. Thanks for checking up on that. And today I had to make some more adjustments, so maybe I screwed it up more. If I did, please, I apologize for that. I'm going to be working on getting some sort of system here that I can hear the audio live, which I can't right now, so please bear with me until then. Trivalistic says, have you noticed that Drew Carey now has really skinny legs, y'all? I think he looks like Gru from Despicable Me. It's funny. He is, I'm telling you. The Price is Right. It does something to the host and makes them all old and skinny-legged. It's crazy stuff. JC Green says, call me Greens, man. It's cool, and I'm glad you like the background. Black coffee equals the greatest coffee ever. It makes cheap coffee taste good. Have you considered broadcasting to Hitbox in addition to or instead of Twitch? Their dashboard is far superior to Twitch's. You can record your streams in high quality and push your vids to YouTube. Plus, there's zero delay, and they utilize HTML5 much more so than Twitch, who abuses Flash, so their site isn't such a drain on your browser and computer. You can also run polls, giveaways, and ads from the dashboard without being partnered. And JC Green, or Greens, is installing ArcAge and is addicted to Smite. So tell your wife I am sorry. Don't have her mad at me. So that's cool. I've never tried Hitbox. I might try it just because like this isn't really a gaming show, so I don't know if it fits on Twitch at all, right? So yeah, I'll look into that for sure. Let's see. Michelle says, I love that hat. Does anybody know where I can get one in the UK? Is that the Spirit Hood? Somewhere in the Spirit Hood? I can't remember which one I was wearing on this show. I guess I could listen to the commercial.
Wayfair dot.
And after the commercial, I can see the hats. Let's see. Y'all had to see a commercial. Okay, yeah, that's Spirit Hood. So you go to spirithoods.com, I assume. They actually sent us 2 free for our PAX trip 1 year. I need to see if I can get them to send more. I assume you can get them in the UK, but that's a lot of assuming. So yeah, good luck with that. I actually got one kind of similar to it. Oh, this is the one I'm going to wear tomorrow on Friday. This is, but like where those Spirit hoods, they normally sell them for like $100. Like that's pretty much the cheapest unless they're on sale. I got this one for under $5. Under $5. Under $5. Under $5. I consider that a good sale. Good deal. Okay, I'm going to put it down on the ground right now so I don't freak my dog out. Okay, next is JBJ Blaze. I think that's how you say it. Says, I sometimes drink offensive, and I find this coffee with sugar and or coffee mate. Speak of sports, as my folks and I are likely going for trap shooting tonight. Have you ever shot a gun? And if so, when was the first time you did? It was a long time ago. My dad was in the Army, and my parents were divorced when I was really young. Like, I don't even remember my parents like living together at all. Here's some private stuff. I'm already crying. No, I'm not really. It's just a long time ago. It's all good. And anyway, my dad rented a lake house from a friend for years, and so we would go out to the lake house, and I was basically able to roam the woods in his military. Like, he had this military thing that had like a it was just a mesh. It was like a mesh shirt that had a mesh like thing that draped over your face. Maybe this is where I got my love for hats. Like, and anyway, it was all camouflage, so you couldn't see me because it was the whole thing. And I'm running around with a .22 rifle, just shooting at stuff. I mean, he definitely taught me how to shoot the gun and everything, and I knew how to. But I was still young. I mean, I was way too young to be out in those woods with that. And so, yeah, I shot that and his shotgun and his revolver. I don't even know what type of revolver it was. I wasn't big into guns and stuff, but I did. And back then, like, I was too young to like I don't know if I could go hunting today. Like, killing an animal today would affect me a lot more than it did when I was a kid. Like, when I was a kid, we'd go fishing, and I'd stick a stick through, like, a fish's eyeballs and, like, spin him around the stick. Oh, whoa! And, you know, it's just a fish. So, like, you know, I remember coming home with, like, a woodpecker. I killed a woodpecker. Don't. And it was like, my dad's like, that's like an endangered species. You probably shouldn't be shooting those, you know. Squirrels, dove, was things that I shot back then. But I haven't done that since, yeah, I mean, we're talking 30 years. No, maybe. Was I only 10? Seems like I would have been a little bit older. My dad wouldn't let me run around with a gun at 10. Possibly. It's crazy. The things your parents, or my parents, used to let me do. Like, holy crap. Like, I would never let my kids do it. Which I never. Anyway, good question. There, I think. I don't know. Second to last, the music's so much better. Maybe just down one notch. That's a Minecraft pun. Sorry that I brought it up. Lastly, best wishes on the IGG, as I can't wait to see what could be in store. I honestly thought you'd be a 7 on it. Thanks. Always. Thank you, JB. Jay. Blaze. And Sean Arvin says, Brent, I love the idea of you creating an MMO, and I will support it. Don't disappoint me, or I will send you Eric's finger in a box of ice. Don't want that to happen, so I will not disappoint. Or I'll be eating me some Eric sickle fingers. Either way, it's like a win-win, right? Kinda. Pixel, the audio is great. Thanks for addressing that so fast. You're welcome, and if I screwed it up again, I will address it again. like an envelope. And Super Mastodon asked, just wondering on how did you meet Eric and Wes? There's a long answer to this, but short answer is I met Wes when I was in middle school, and he was in high school, and he wanted to get me alone. No, that's horrible. That's not even funny. I used to sneak out of my house and go play D&D with my neighbor, and Wes was a friend of his, so that's when I met Wes the first time. We'd play like Warhammer Fantasy and Dungeons and Dragons, and I always made fun of him because I said he looked like Ferris Bueller. He really did, really looked like him back then. It was crazy. And then Eric, oddly enough, we went to school together for like a year or two, but we didn't know each other then. And then the Dead Workers Party, before they were Dead Workers Party, was looking for someone who had been shooting video because they needed someone to run a team on a shootout. We did a music video shootout, and I was like, yeah, I'm into that because I'd been shooting like The Mole live, so I'd been shooting like reality series type stuff anyway. Which I need to finish editing that. It's been 15 years, and then. So they needed that, and as they were like working on like company and stuff, I just like showed up every day into every single meeting, and basically, they, I guess, finally said, "Hey, why don't you be part of this?" And so I was, and then the next 9 years of my life, anyway. No reason to get more into that. But anyway, great questions as always, everyone. Thank you so much. We have been well past our allotted time this morning. I don't even know what that allotted time is. Thanks for coming to the stream. If you're in the stream, feel free to come tomorrow. If you're not, that's if you subscribe or follow. I don't even know what it is on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Brent Copeland. We may be moving to Hitbox. I'm going to check it out today. But yeah, y'all have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow on Friday. And thank you, everyone.